first I want to say to Ed, label being put over my head and how difficult and demanding I am and how difficult my husband is. The offers that come in from Netflix, they can come in low like that because they know you've been blackballed. You know what the word is about you. So we assume that you're suffering and we can offer you whatever we want to offer you. So the offers have come in even lower than that.
You had a Netflix special beforehand, though, right?
Well, I didn't have a Netflix special. What happened was...
They took the one and put it on there.
Exactly. I didn't make any deal with Netflix. Well, so those shows just happen to be on there, and they've been on there for a long time. So someone would say, if this woman's not bringing in any views, why would we hold on to the content? They've been on there for a minute. So as
Are they getting the views?
Well, I'm assuming so. We don't get a report on that. But as I sit here again, and I sit between my sister, who I know you deal with inequality, Angela. I know it. You in the same business I'm in. But you'll look at me and you'll say, well, I need you to explain to me. They said you was a problem here and a problem there. We all know when you don't allow bullies to take place and when you don't allow yourself to get bullied, don't you get labeled?
Yes. But can I just, for full disclosure,
please,
there are definitely people that I know that have worked with you on the Ebony shoot.
Yes.
And I've heard things, well, they've told me personally, people that were in the room.
Say their names. And if not, like I told Lenard before, keep it on the playground.
Well, okay, so I saw on Alfred Edmond Jr., who's the editor-in-chief of Black Enterprise magazine.
Yes.
I saw that Amy Dubois Burnett, who was the editor-in-chief of Ebony at the time of that shoot, who was very excited to have you on the shoot, she left a comment because he posted something about you and the numbers and about your worth and how you are the most decorated comedian and black women comedian. And she commented it was a nightmare working with her, and I would never want to go through something like that again. I saw that comment is still on his page now.
I would love to sit down and talk with that sister face to face so she can tell me about the nightmare, because what they won't do is they won't fill it in. See, they won't fill in. We were being arrogant, and we wanted to treat that woman as if we were doing her a favor by putting her on the cover. As my husband told me years ago, we don't disrespect anyone, but we over-respect no one. And I want you to look at me. I'm a big, fat black woman.
You're not fat. Stop it.
Real talk. What big, fat black woman has to stands up and says, this is not fair? Because what the feeling is with some of our sisters and brothers. Monique, you should be grateful you just got invited to the party because of the way you look. So for anyone that says they ever had a problem with me, bring them to the table. Bring them to the table and let's have a conversation. But what you'll find is, we'll speak about this woman when she can't see us. We'll make comments, but we're the type of people that say, let's have a conversation. And when you find out that they're wrong, will you then speak up loudly for me as you speak up for them?
I absolutely would. But Sister Monique and Brother Signon, ask you a question.
I have no problem with that.
Forget all the attitudes and all that, because I never brought that into the picture or how people feel about you or whatever. Let's just talk numbers. If you put your numbers up against the Amy Schumers, the Chris Rocks, the Dave Chappelle's, and I'm talking about selling out arenas all over the world, how can you justify getting a huge payday like that?
Again,
y'all aren't doing that.
Let me.
Y'all aren't selling out arenas. Y'all not. It's simple to me.
Let me say this: when you say you're not selling out arenas, if they approached us and say you're not selling out arenas, and they were using your metrics that you just said, then we would say the number, it definitively doesn't have to be 20 if that's your metrics. But when you're saying that you're going to offer her 126 of what Amy Schumer got, and you're referring to Monique as a legend, and you're seeing her performance, and you see the people standing up for her at the end of the show, have you read the reviews to the Netflix special for Amy Schumer?
I don't think Amy's funny. You don't got Amy got me blocked on Twitter because I don't think she's funny. You don't got to sell me on that.
This is the part, Daddy, and we got to wrap up the show.
But Amy did sell out 50 arenas around the world, including MSG a few times. She had an HBO special that did great, and this was all in 2016.
Here's what Brother Lenard is saying. Let your numbers fall. Let this year another show comes and they become number one and not the Breakfast Club. and then let a host come in here that's been doing it for maybe 5 years less than you, and then they get paid 26 times more than you. Then you come back and have a conversation with us. Because, right, that's all. Because what happens is when you sit here and you say, make it make sense, well, we don't have to. Because again,
no, you do have to make it make sense, especially if you're calling on people.
Oh boy, this is too much. It's just like she just like going all around this question. She going all around the question, man. Charlemagne, he keep asking her about, the number of stacks. He keeps saying that Amy, she keeps selling out at different places, different arena. But Monique, she constantly keep going around the question, man. She would not answer the question. He just simply asked Monique why they are not selling out in arenas, different places, and he keep asking Monique that, and she just keep going all around the question. I don't really think that this guy Charlemagne, I don't really think he was trying to be funny at all. I think he was just asking specific questions, but I don't know why so many people had to go against his brother and just call his brother coon and all kind of name. I don't get it.
Boycott Netflix.
We've made it.
Things like
We've made it
racism
make
and gender
sense
bias.
because we're saying, here's the resumes, guys. Here it is, right here.
In conjunction with that, the only thing we're saying is, if hypothetically speaking, it wasn't 13 million, Charlemagne, what we're saying is, how come they're saying to the community that it's not one black woman that is a veteran comedian out there today that is worth a 7-figure number.
But once again, Brother Sidney, I will ask.
The same agency as the same agent as Dave Chappelle, Amy Schumer, and Chris Rock.
And I will ask you, Brother Sidney, I will say to you, what beautiful black woman is doing the things that they're doing? Like Dave Chappelle did 1,500. Dave Chappelle did 1,500 shows before he did an
Daddy, but you know what? Here's the thing.
He was on Radio City.
He's making a great point.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm saying to you, though, Charlemagne. In the league that we're in the NBA, how many LeBron Jameses are there?
One.
Right. How many Steph Currys are there?
One. And they all get paid accordingly.
Right. So what happens is, how many players are in the league that are still getting multiple million-dollar deals, but not LeBron money?
So what would have been a respectable number for Miss Monique? That's what I want to know.
Here's the thing, though, brother. You gotta answer it.
Let me give you a respectable number for Monique. Something that would supersede what she would have made in 2 years, and at the very least, what she would have made 2 years, to be able to take the 2 years off that they're contractually asking her to do, to not be able to tell jokes. You would not take a deal because they're going to give you a lump sum of cash that's going to castrate you out of 3/4 of your income. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So if the deal didn't include the 2 years and didn't have that you couldn't tell jokes.
If I would have taken a deal for $500,000, Angela, what position would that have put the babies that's coming after me?
No, the deal is foul. The deal is absolutely positively foul. Nobody says the deal is right, but and Sydney, you're a businessman. Monique, you're a businesswoman, right? The deal is foul. I mean, let's be clear.
And that's why you counter offer.
But based on everything that they're hearing and based on what they know Monique's reputation as far as what people are rumored to say, right?
I don't even know if that matters.
Yeah, it does matter. They know that other networks are not necessarily giving her the money or giving her less. They know what it is. So why would I give, as a business person, her an obscene number when I know she can't get it anywhere else? It's foul, but it's business.
But you know
what happens is, we're not saying
it's that kind of bullying business.
You're right.
So
what we're saying
I'm sorry, Daddy. If you're saying you're right, see, that's what we're trying to get
to. Let her Paul. Well, it's two ways that you can look at it. Now, one way you can look at it as, she's saying they pay her $500,000, and I think she said they're gonna be the contract for 2 years. But she said that she said that she can't do no comedy or nothing like that. So that's the deal. But the other part of the deal is that that you can't get on with nobody else, cause will not nobody else pick you up. Like it's not. I'm basically what I'm saying. Just it's not nobody spot checking you. It ain't nobody just looking at you like that. In this entertainment energy, and it ain't nobody making you no kind of awful. So that's like two ways that you can really like look at it. You know, you can just look at it like like I said once again. If they pay her like that 500,000, and she say it was a 2 years contract, but she's saying that they're telling her that she can't do like no comedy or stand. I mean, whatever that she said, like no comedy, no stand up comedy, something that she said. But the other part, what I'm saying is that okay, like I said again, like if nobody ain't trying to look at you, it ain't nobody like picking you up in the entertainment business, ain't nobody just checking you out. So that is two ways you can look at it. So either that she could like take that deal, but the other part that I don't like is that like why will you try to boycott Netflix? And this is what people get it twisted. But why would you do that? Either that you take the deal or you don't take the deal. I mean, you can make a argument about it, but you're not gonna win. I don't care if you try to like take this to court, but you still not gonna win. Try to take Netflix to work, you're not gonna win because it's a deal. You take the deal or you don't take the deal. The same way if you get hired for a job, either you take the job or you don't take the job. They tell you all the rules and regulations of the job. They tell you how much you can get paid. They tell you about the breaks. You could take a break. You could take a lunch, and tell you what time that you get off. So either that you take it or you don't take it. So I mean, I understand her argument and what she trying to prove. I never take nothing from the sister because I think she's a strong sister. But I think that she has to also understand the business. Cause like once you turn out a deal, then that's it. That's like any kind of deal, like entertainment, rappers, hip hop, rock and roll singer, R&B singer. It's part of a deal. Either know you take the deal, sign a contract, or you find something else to do. And sometimes when you try to find something else to do, that might take a long period of time in dealing with that. But let's continue. I think this last 6 minutes, then we're gonna close out.
If you saying Monique, it is foul, and you
foul.
are right. So if we know it's right and we know it's foul, then what do?
We do it on our own.
That's just like talking to Steve Harvey, and brother Steve Harvey says, "Mo, I know you're right, and I know you're not lying, but could you have done it another way?"
No, you don't have to
what's
do it
the
another
suggestion?
way.
What's the other way?
I don't want you to do it any other way.
We do do it on our own, but we still gotta speak up. See, we still have to speak up. Like you say, Angela, well, just go somewhere else. Do you know how long we've been going somewhere else?
Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, and we have to. We have to, and that's not an issue. But what we're saying is this. Just so people are aware, this is what they're doing over here, and we want it to be known, because as Wanda Sykes so kindly said, she essentially suffered in silence. She was hurt by it, but she went somewhere else. And the offer that they gave her was less than half. And it doesn't matter about that was way before they got what they got, because she was even hotter then. She came up under the wing of Chris Rock. Her audience and Chris Rock are very, very similar. She's very unique in the industry in that she caters to a white audience. Now, over time, Monique has a multitude of people in her crowd. However, we know the people that focus are people of color in terms of her crowd from a standpoint of the comedy world. When you have a Gary Owens who comes out and says, well, to Netflix every year, and they tell me no flat out because they can't get a white boy who has a black audience. What he subliminally just communicated is that they don't have respect for my audience, so if they don't have respect for me, that's why they don't give me a deal. Do you not understand that?
I think the problem started with you coming out comparing yourself to Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle,
and why should and
well, here's the thing.
I think because there's no way that you can justify getting that amount of money that they got. Now, should you have gotten more than 500,000? Yes, and I've said that from day one.
Well, here's what I'll say,
what
brother.
We're saying, though.
No, that's not what y'all were saying. What y'all were saying was y'all should have got the same amount that Chris Rock, Chappelle, and Amy Schumer got.
Let me answer that. Let me answer that, Daddy. What I said was, if I'm considered a legend, like my brothers, then why wouldn't I get what legends get?
Because
that is exactly what I said.
Because their resume recently.
Okay. The other part of this, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. I hate to say it like this, but with dealing with Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, okay, you constantly see those brothers all the time are putting in work. No disrespect to Monique, man, but Monique has not been putting in work like that. She might be in a movie here and there. I think the last movie that she was in was 2016. But, you can't see those brothers are putting in work. Like I said with Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock, some people, they might have considered them to be funny. But like I said again, you got to look at the stacks. Look at the stacks, look at the number, and look at what they are promoting lately and recent. That's what you have to look at. I love Monique. I think she's a good soul sister, but when you look at Monique work, she haven't been putting out no work. And like, what's the other brother name? Faison Love, if I said it right, Faison Love. Like what he said that you got to put that work in, cause he say he do his own promotion with places, and some places that he might go, it might be small places. He might go to places like, maybe like in Arkansas, places like that, maybe like small towns in Louisiana. Then he probably like work his way to like the big city. Even though I know that he in big cities anyway, and he's kind of big, he's real funny. So you definitely had to put that work in. You got to put work in. But also, when you put that work in, that gonna involve money too. You just can't put work in and don't have the money to go behind it. So, but I don't know nothing about her financial situation. I do not know about that. Last time I heard that she had all kind of tax situation, but I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Better. You can just prove it on paper.
We're gonna listen, Leonard. We're gonna let you hold on to that.
Monique has to go too.
But what I will say to you is, and to all the black women and women of color that is listening, when you hear this brother's voice come over the air, and I'm unapologetic about what I'm getting ready to say, he does not have a value on black women and women of color.
How can you say? Why do you say that? But you said 10 years ago, I held the door for you.
I'm going to tell you
why.
Don't
you think that's contradictory?
I'm going to tell you why I said it. Because what happens is, when you leave a place called Monk's Corner, yes, South Carolina, and you come to a big city named New York, and then you change your name to Charlemagne.
I was Charlemagne in Monk's Corner, Miss Monique.
Well, when you were there, you become Charlemagne the God. Now, I don't know if you took the same principles that your mama and your grandmama gave you in Monk's Corner and you brought it to Manhattan, New York. Because the brother I did meet on that elevator, I met a brother that was full of principle. And I met a brother who would not call a sister a donkey of a day unless he knew all the information and he could back up his statements. But as we sit here and we did this interview, you begin to ask questions that you should have asked.
Now, come on now. That's what I got to say about this brother, I think that was kind of wrong for him calling her that. Whether that people might think Monique, whether that she wrong or right. But, that's not a good, that's not a good name to, call a sister. I won't call nobody there. Like whatever wrong, whether you white, black, Latino, whatever color that you are. But I would not say that whether that person is right or wrong. you know, I mean, donkey of the day. I mean, come on, bro. Got to do better than that. But
before you make the statement. So what
I'm
I
asking
have
you the
is
questions, but y'all really don't have any answers.
what I
Y'all still have not
is
justified why you feel like you should have gotten that money, and
what I
y'all
have
backtracked and
is
said you don't think she should have got that.
we're not
Brother
backtracking.
Sidney
we're not
said it.
saying that.
Brother
We're not
Sidney
What we're
just said it.
saying is,
And here's the thing,
And
Daddy.
neither one of y'all
There
are
will
on the
be
same
some
page.
brothers and sisters that get it the way that they get it, and we get it the way that we get it, and it's not an argument. I respect your decision. I respect your opinion
doubt.
because you're entitled to it. However, as we are entitled to ours. So what I am saying, and I know this show is going to air tomorrow, and I hope that you're courageous enough to air it in full.
Absolutely.
Because oftentimes people will chop it up.
Not at all.
But when I say that the devalue you place on black women, and you say, how can I say that? Because out of your mouth, you're saying there is no black female comedian that is worth that money.
No,
There's
I did not say that. I said
there.
there hasn't been. I think
Well,
Tiffany Haddish
when
is
you say
absolutely
there hasn't been,
absolutely
I'll
about
go
to do
down,
that.
if I go down the list of black female comedians and the work that those sisters have put in through the years that opened up doors so that people like you could sit where you sit. Her name is Marsha Warfield. Her name is Thea Vidal. Her name is Moms Mabley, which she's no longer with us. The list goes on and on and on,
But with these
which
women
we've
selling
never
out
gotten our
arenas,
just due.
Miss Monique, like it's the truth. Like,
All right, Monique
like you
does-
keep moving
Monique
the
I
does
love
have
you,
to
y'all.
go.
I love y'all, my babies.
appreciate
and
you.
Eddie, I thank you for giving us the platform.
Thank you for joining us.
Eddie, Leonard, I appreciate you, brother.
Sydney, thank you.
And Monique.
I just think she got real heated. So I really think that she cut the interview short, and I think she just really got really heated. I don't know, man. I think she see that brother Charlemagne, so man, I think she probably probably want to bust his ass.
Wrapping it up, what are you going to do moving forward as far as with this special?
We're gonna keep on pushing. See, the special's gonna happen, baby.
Right, so
That's gonna happen.
Okay.
And we're gonna let y'all see it. But what we're gonna do with this situation right now called the fight for inequality, we're gonna keep standing. And we're gonna hope that sisters like you would stand with us to say, when it's inequality, we must speak up and we must speak loudly because your daughters are coming and your
And
grandbabies
I'd
are
like
coming.
to end on this. What y'all may want to do is have a legend come on there that we all saw on the Dave Chappelle show by the name of Paul Mooney. And it's kind of the equivalent of when they were saying they had asked Isaiah Thomas who was the best point guard in the league. And he said it was Kyrie Irving. I have a tendency to believe what a Hall of Famer point guard would say about another point guard. Ask Paul Mooney what his feelings would be in reference to this whole Netflix thing as it pertains to Monique, because Richard Pryor himself used to refer to Monique as Mrs. Richard Pryor.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Miss Monique,
Sydney.
for
We
coming.
appreciate you, Miss Monique.
Thank y'all.
All right, brother. And it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Eddie, thank you so much, my sweet baby, for having us.
Why you keep thinking that, man?
You know what, brother? You're going to hear yourself a lot from me lately. You're going to hear yourself around the world because we have to explain brothers like you. We do. And when we watched that movie, Birth of a Nation, and we saw that man walk his wife into that master's house, we watched him walk his wife in. Then we watched him go back and get him. You're that brother. I thank y'all for
God
your
bless
time,
you.
my babies.
All right. Well, in closing, let me close out this. But yeah, like towards the end, yeah, she got really heated at the brother. She got really heated at Charlemagne. She got really heated. But I don't really think that he said too many things wrong. I just don't think that he did. He just constantly kept asking her about, the numbers of stack and what make her think that she worth more than Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, and this woman Amy Schumer. I mean, you just can't get mad about it. You just can't be childish about it, man. Because if somebody asks you a question, I mean, you can only just tell that person, what your value and how much you value. But like, seemed to me that she just kept going all around the question. And when you look at Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, you see that these guys been putting in work. They've been putting in work for a long time, and like Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, they played in a lot of movies. They did a lot of shows, a lot of stand-up shows, and just way more than Monique. You know, I think what did she have? What was it, like in the early 2000s? Or was it? I think the early 2000s. She had the Parkers, and I think she was in like 2 or 3 movies and a few little stand-up. But that's it. I mean, she got a little history, but she don't have no history. Not like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. You can just go down. You can know. I mean, you can just Google it, or you can just go down the list and see how much work they done. They done a lot of work. Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock. They got a whole history of things they're doing. They got like multiple movies and multiple stand-up comedy that they done. So, like boil everything down. That's what you gotta look at. You gotta look at the history. You gotta look at the stack. That's what everything all about. Everything about the history and the stacks. And that's it. That's just like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, he got a stack. He got a history. He got a history of his slam dunks, his points. Some games, some day he hit 30 points. Other games he hit like 40, 50 points. See, he got history and he got stacks of the work that he put in to be on that court. So that's what it's all about, man. I mean, like I say, people that they got to stop being childish when it come down to that. Yeah, I know. She's a bright sister. She's very intelligent. She's very smart, and I know that. And I would not take nothing from this sister, not at all. And I will not be no coon or nothing like that. I won't take nothing from this sister. But when you like boil everything down to it, everything start with history, your stacks, your number, and what have you done. And right now, and what you doing recent, and what you doing right now, that still count. So that's what you have to look at. I think that a lot of people just have like misunderstanding. When it comes down to this. So if you have missed it, definitely go watch it, and just make video, just break it down. Yeah, cause like everybody not breaking this things down. Everybody saying, people just they calling people names. Oh no, you a coon, you a coon, you a little coon, you a coon. But but they not breaking it down though. Cause you really got to just break things down to people, about this business. Because like Netflix, I mean, once you turn out a deal, they're not gonna care. They can easily find somebody else. I mean, who don't want to be a star? Who don't want to be a comedian? They got people all over the world just waiting to get in that position. Like comedian, singer, rock and roll singer, R&B. And so if you turn out something, they can replace you easily. So they're just like dealing with Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube, when they was like trying to get into the business. Like all the little small deal, what those big rappers, they were turning down. Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube, they were taking on a little job. Those little $5,000 job, those little $7,000 job. They were taking on a little job. See, like the big people, they were turning them job down. Like Chris Tucker, he turned down a lot of jobs. And that's why he's not really big as he were. I mean, he's still doing something here or there, but he's not big now. So, that's where everything boils. Everything's boiled down to business, stacks, history, and that's it. That is it. But this is another episode of Rec Flex News, Entertainment, Politics, new channel. So I will be coming out with content every day about entertainment, politics. So definitely I'm gonna be putting out things every day, about this world of entertainment and pretty much about everything. I used to be that person that's trying to be a truther, but I feel like I had to like change my whole thing, the way I feel about things. Cause you gotta like look at everything. You gotta look at everything in the society. All right. So at that, I'm Rec Flex, politics, new entertainment. On that note, peace. I'm out.